Hello, this is Patrick at OneCNC West, and what we're going to do in this training video is once again revisit the profile operation. Now, the profile operation is very versatile, as with many of the other commands within OneCNC. But in this example, what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how you can use the profile operation to concentrically remove material. What we're going to do is we're going to profile this shape right here, but more importantly, we're going to concentrically profile it. We're going to start out here, and we're going to start profiling and work our way in till we finally come in and cut this shape. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to head over to the left hand side of the screen, and from the main toolbar under the CAM category we'll select Stock Tool Paths and then Mill Profile. I want to climb cut, so I'm going to left click right here. I'm going to make sure I select the proper arrow, so I'm going to left click that, and I can come down here and left click the very end of this, or I can simply hit F3 on the keyboard and OneCNC will select the rest of the geometry. I'm done selecting, so I'm going to right hand mouse click. Now I already have a tool selected and the turret position looks good. All this looks fine, so we'll click next. Alright, now we have our clearances. I've got a clearance plane of a 1/2 inch. Our plunge clearance is set to 50 thousandths. That's where it's going to start to feed down. The top of the material is set to Z0. And I already have the proper Z depth in here, but there's something I'd like to point out to you. I'm going to make this a little different. I'm going to put in minus 0.5. Let's say I didn't know what the proper Z depth was. Let's say that we had this model imported in and I had no idea where this depth was. Well, if I wanted, we could come over here and grab this Pick Z option. As soon as I do this, the dialog box disappears. Now you've got your cursor and you can snap any 3D vertice that you'd like. I'm just going to simply left click that vertice right there. OneCNC extrapolates the Z depth of that vertice and pipes it in right here for our final Z. So that's a real handy option or feature there within OneCNC, is the Pick Z option. We're going to click next. Cut levels looks good, so we'll go with next on that. Alright, so now we're profiling, but we want to concentrically profile, so now these values are important. We've got your auto step over, that's a percentage of the tool diameter. I already have 65% in there, but if I uncheck this, you could also type in a decimal amount. So for example, I could say, hey, I really want to step over 400 thousandths. I'm going to push this back though to a percentage of the tool diameter, so let's put 65%. Notice too that when you put that percentage in, OneCNC gives you the decimal equivalent down here in the grayed out area. Now what's also important is that we activate this remove amount with this checkbox here. Now the remove amount, I want you to think of that as an offset from this original shape that we selected. So the remove amount could be a 1/2 inch, it could be anything. It could be 800 thousandths, an inch 250, 2 inches, and so on. It could be whatever you want, but just think of the remove amount as an offset distance out here. It's important to activate that if you want concentric profiling. So I've activated that with the check, and I've already put in 2.5 for a value there. All that looks good. I'm happy with my lead in and lead out values, so I'll click finish, and there you go. There's the concentric profiling to machine that shape there. Let's preview this really fast. We'll come up here, right click, and we'll select Preview Tool Path. And you can see now that the tool is starting outside. There's my depth of cut, and I think I had 375 thousandths for the depth of cut on that. So after it performs that first concentric pass to the right depth, then it will come over and perform the next concentric pass. And that step over is set to 65% of the tool diameter. Alright, very, very powerful feature within our Mill Profile command. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.